What's going on, y'all? Thank you for tuning in today.
No, not yet, bro.
What do you mean, man?
Got this shit playing. I might need to just turn it off before you do it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying, man.
Yeah, man. How it start over? Oh, shit.
We ain't starting this over. We do this live, man. We do this live. Alright, today we're going to talk about recovery. So, honestly, everyone talks about how much volume, how many sets, what workouts, what this, what that, what do I do, and how do I go about it, and how does it come into context. But you only gain as much as you recover from. So let's look at recovery for a second here. Recovery is when you train, you know, we break down tissue, we stimulate, we get in there, we get it done, right? We overload. Okay? Our objective is to do such, but when we train, we dig ourselves a little bit of a ditch. We dig ourselves into a little bit of a hole, right? So when we train and we do it effectively, we kind of start here, we dig it, we stimulate it, we're down here, right? Now a lot of people, let's say this is recovered, right? We stimulate, we're down here, okay? After we train, we want to not only recover, but we want to grow. We want to get bigger. We want to get better. We want to make adaptations. So what I'm trying to say is recovery is going to be one of the biggest components, biggest factors, biggest parts, one of the biggest things about your progression, right? So progression's everything, overload's everything, getting bigger is everything, making sure that you progress in the gym with the weights and even with your food. If you're bulking, you want to progress your calories. But before you can even worry about any of that, you have to make sure that you're not only recovering, but you're making adaptations. So how can we do this? We can deload, make sure that our food's on point, our macros are on point, our nutrition's on point. That's kind of food, but you know, there's more to it, like supplementation and all that kind of stuff. So I encourage you guys to take recovery a little bit more seriously, but don't be afraid of overtraining. Don't be afraid of planned overreaching. Just be afraid of not fully doing it, and make sure you fully do it, but also make sure that you fully fuel back, not only to recovery, but to adaptations. So hopefully that clears up some air. A lot of people are like, just make sure you're recovering from your training. We don't just want to recover, we want to make adaptations. And if that's just not in the first segment, maybe week to week we don't fully recover. But mesocycle to mesocycle, after the deloads, we're fully recovering, right? And making adaptations. So I would say session to session you want to fully recover. Like you want to be able to at least perform the same, and then each week you add volume throughout a mesocycle. So you want to recover and you want to make slight adaptations session to session within the mesocycle. But from mesocycle to mesocycle, you want to make adaptations like absolutely, right? You want to make sure that you're not just recovering mesocycle to mesocycle, so you're not just hanging on to that 225 for a set of 7 or whatnot. You want to make sure that you're doing 225 for set of 8, set of 9, set of this, set of that. But week to week within the mesocycle, you're still recovering, you're still adapting, you're still making those adaptations, right? You're doing 225 for a set of 7 for a 2x7, right? And then next week, 225 for 3x7, then 4x7, 5x, whatnot. So you're making slight adaptations, but mesocycle to mesocycle, you're going to be adding volume. So you're going to be adding 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets with the next mesocycle, 2x7, 230, 3x7, 230. So you get what I'm saying here is you want to not only recover, but you want to make the adaptations. You want to always make sure you're recovering, but maybe not fully making all the adaptations within the mesocycle, but mesocycle to mesocycle, you're making huge adaptations. You got anything to add, sir? You look good. Look at him. I've been working with him. He's looking good. He's a little shy, but he's looking good. So check me out on Instagram at AJZiggy1818. TeamAJZ.weebly.com is my website. Like my Facebook page, Team AJZ. And comment below what you want to see more of. Watch the videos all the way to the end. Great content as always. What you got to say about that to close it out?
Hey, man, hit that subscribe button, baby.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.